Welcome to episode 67 of the Frenemies Sports Podcast. NFL predictions episode today. We're doing this as the Thursday night game is going on, but we had our picks pre-planned because we all took the Eagles, correct?
Yes.
I took the Texans.
Okay. Carter took the Texans. Okay. So we will move into Sunday. No London game this week, so the game started at 1. Chargers, Falcons, and Atlanta. Chargers -3. We're going to start with Hunty Poo. Jesus himself. Jesus, what's your pick?
Thank you. What game is this? The damn Chargers game you said?
God damn it, Smith. Can you pay attention?
Yeah, no, Chargers destroy the Falcons.
Hunter, I completely agree. Blowout game for the Chargers, no doubt about it.
I agree as well.
See, I don't know how you can just say it's a blowout game. The Chargers have no Keenan Allen's out, most likely, and Mike Williams is most likely out. So he's throwing to Palmer, while the Falcons has momentum and number 1 in the division. So you guys think it's a blowout is disrespectful. I will be taking the Falcons.
Okay.
This is why you're in last place.
Who had a better record last week? Thank you. Eat shit. Fucking idiot.
I mean,
No, you're a moron.
you can lose the battle, but you cannot lose the war.
Jackson, I picked the Steelers and the Texans last week, and I still had a better record than you. So that shows how piss poor you've been as of late. So.
I've actually been great as of late. My last 2 weeks combined, I'm 19 and 10? Yeah, I'm 19 and 10. It's pretty good. I don't think you've ever gone 19.
Did anyone ask?
You did.
I didn't ask.
You said you said I had a rough stretch, and
I said a statement, not a question. Okay, let's move on here. Oh, also, shout out to Carter Hip today. He is dealing with an illness, but he still decided to be here. Carter, we appreciate you being here, buddy. We love you. Okay, Dolphins Bears. In Chicago, Miami -4.5. Carter, you can start us off here, buddy.
Dolphins by a lot.
Great analysis. Absolutely. What brought you to that conclusion?
Their offense is on a roll. It's actually at the best pace in the league since I think like week 4. So, and they're playing the Bears.
I agree, Carter.
I don't think the stats do, but okay.
I will go
pick.
Dolphins as well. Justin Fields has looked much better as of late, yes, but the Dolphins are a better football team.
Completely agree. And the Dolphins just made some splash acquisitions at the deadline. Brought a new running back, brought in Bradley Chubb for a first, gave him the 5-year extension. I think the Dolphins are going to be fired up. Hell of a defense, hell of an offense, hell of a coaching staff. I got the Dolphins beating the Bears here, but I think Justin Fields still looks solid.
I also had the Dolphins in the spot, so that's a Dolphins sweep. Panthers, Bengals.
Wait, real quick, before we get to that game, I think this is very important. The Steelers just traded Chase Claypool to the Chicago Bears. And as a podcast, I just want to say I wish nothing but the absolute worst for Chase Claypool. I hope everything goes wrong. I hope he fails, and I hope it's a miserable time in Chicago for him.
Jackson, I agree with every single word you said.
We go now, Jackson.
And shout out Jackson. He's also dealing with an illness. I do want to shout him out with this food poisoning.
I would like to evoke that shout out. Jackson is fine. He has canceled before being sick, and Carter's here. So I just want to point that out. So Jackson,
I would also like to point out, Hunter, I really appreciate that. I don't try to toot my own horn. That's very nice of you to point that out.
All right. Next game here.
I had an intramural soccer game.
Panthers, Bengals,
40 minutes
Cincinnati.
long. Hold on.
Cincinnati coming up with a loss. No, you're done. You're done. You're done. You don't need it. You don't
and
need
didn't have any subs. So I played 40 minutes. I played
1 o'clock game. Panthers coming off a heartbreaking loss.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I'll start us off here. I'm going to go Bengals. Bengals coming off a bad loss. I think they're going to respond. And this Panthers team, I just don't think is good. It may be close. I don't know, because Cincinnati has been struggling as well. They struggled, then they're good, then they struggled, and they're good. Who knows where you're going to Cincinnati, but I'll still take them in this spot. Carter, you go next. Jackson will be going last, and he will get 5 words to describe his pick.
Bengals roll.
Hunter, you raise your hand.
Yes, I will be going Bengals. I don't really care, and I don't really know why. It's kind of a nut pick, like most of my picks are. I would also like to say I believe I deserve a shout out too. Last night on our way home from Pittsburgh, we hit a deer. Yeah, a big old buck. We hit a deer, so we had to pull over to a Taco Bell. And while we were at Taco Bell, we were like, "All right, I'm gonna get some Taco Bell." Boy, was that a mistake. The whole day, I felt like
All right,
sixth
all
grade
right.
Nolan
No, you're
Beck
not.
was sitting on my
Carter,
chest.
Carter,
It
can you
was
get the mute
heavy.
button?
My heart, every time I
Please.
breathe, really heavy. I feel my heart. I think it's heartburn. I'm not sure, but
Thank you. Jackson's also not allowed to speak this round. Jackson, you will text what your pick is in the next 5 seconds, or I'm picking the Panthers for you.
No, I'm taking Bengals.
He's done. He gets 5 words. Carter, mute. Carter, mute. We're having rules in this podcast. No, we're not doing this shit. All right, we're moving on. That's a Bengals sweep.
Jacob,
you're unmuted. Or you're
Jake,
on mute.
you're on mute, dude.
Sorry,
We have rules on this podcast, and the
I've
host
been
mutes himself.
sorry. I was seeing if I could mute you, and then I just said, muting myself. Anyway, Packers Lions. Lions haven't been able to stop the pass or the run, just really anything. Their D-backs coach got fired. Packers can't throw the ball, but they can still run the ball pretty well. I think they run the ball to the Lions' throat, and Aaron Rodgers owns the Lions. I'll be taking the Packers.
Rodgers does own the Lions. I will also be taking the Packers.
give me the Packers.
Yeah, I think Packers here too. But real quick about this game, I've actually got nothing to say about this game. It's about Bengals Carolina. Real quick, one thing to look out for.
Carter, be close. Just
one thing to look out for. Can the Bengals offense work against an awful defense without Jamar Chase? I think this is going to be a very telling game for the Cincinnati Bengals. And if that offense does or does not revolve around Jamar Chase, which personally, I think that offense is Jamar Chase oriented. With Jamar Chase, top 5 in the league. Without Jamar Chase, I think it's around 18, 19.
Jackson, I like that take.
thank you, Jackson. You actually contributed a take that was actually about football, so thank you for that.
And I will, but the host is just treating us like dictators.
Colts Patriots in New England here, -5 points. Colts, if they can't run the ball, they're nothing, and the Pats are great at stopping the run. I see this Colts scoring maximum 13 points, and the Patriots put up around 20, 27. I'll take the Pats in a really kind of an ugly game.
Patriots.
Yeah,
He's
sorry.
Patriots and a Bill Belichick business trip.
Yeah, give me Patriots as well. I hate a lot of the AFC South that I've reiterated the past 9 weeks. So yes, give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I got Patriots here too. I think it's a battle of bad quarterbacks. I said last week, I think Sam Ehlinger, he had a good game. He's like 20 to 25, moved the ball, no turnovers. He looked fine, but he's not a good NFL quarterback yet. And Mac Jones has just fallen off a cliff. I think it's a very boring game.
You just said yesterday that Mac Jones was better than Trevor Lawrence.
Correct. I mean, Mac Jones is still falling down the cliff. Trevor Lawrence is at the bottom of the cliff.
Okay.
I can pull up some Trevor Lawrence stats right now that'll blow your brains out.
No.
All right. Did we all pick the Patriots? Next game here, Vikings Commanders. No, sorry, Bills Jets in East Rutherford. I'll take the Bills.
Bills by 18,436.
I love the Jets. I love Zach Wilson, but I don't love them against the Bills, who are my Super Bowl champion pick. So I'll take the Bills.
Yeah, great pick. I think the Bills win here. I think it's a very easy game to pick. The only matchup I'm interested here, Sauce Gardner, Stephon Diggs. I think it's a hell of a matchup this week. We're going to see if Gardner's the real deal defensively.
I actually do think, to kind of touch on that, I think Gardner kind of gets exposed a little bit this game. However, I was wrong about Sauce Gardner. He has been playing very, very well this year. I need to see it more, obviously. I know he's still young, but right now he's been one of the best corners in the league. But I do think Diggs gets the best of him.
All right. Next game here, Vikings Commanders. Jackson, go first.
Yeah. First off, big news out of Washington. Dan Snyder is selling the team. So they get one of the most corrupt owners in football out of the league, which is good for the NFL. Looks like Jeff Bezos might be the new owner. If Heineke starts this game, I think it's a game. If it's not Heineke, I don't think it's a game at all. But even with Heineke starting, I think O'Connell and the Vikings, they're too well oiled this year. They're 6-1. People thought they were going to be good. People didn't think they were going to be 6-1 good. And Justin Jefferson hasn't had a touchdown after week 1, so they're winning without their best player. I think the Vikings roll here. Give me the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm with Jack. Give me the Vikings as well. They look like a well-oiled machine all year. This is a legit Vikings team, which we haven't seen in the past couple of years, and they just got the addition of TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, Minnesota.
Give me the Vikings.
Yeah, this is a straight dick pick here. Commanders. If Heineke
Yeah,
plays.
I hope Heineke plays.
If he doesn't play, then I think the Vikings win. But I'm hoping he plays, so I'll take the Commanders. Jackson, don't shake your head. I understand the rules. Idiot. Raiders, Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm picking the Jags. I like the Jags. I just hope they win. And I love Etienne.
Okay, I'll go. I'm taking the Jags too. I don't think the Raiders have been as good as they were hyped out to be. And I mean, Etienne's a stud, so I got the Jags.
I think Travis Etienne's actually really overrated. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, the Jaguars have one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. I will be taking the Las Vegas Raiders, even after they got shut out. Give me the Raiders over the Jaguars.
Okay. Seahawks, Cardinals in Arizona. Jackson, we're going to go to you first because I think I know where you're going with this.
Where do you think I'm going with this? Because I'm actually very torn on this game.
Well, I know you love Pete Carroll, and I know you hate Arizona, so I think you want to pick Seattle.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I hate Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's not a good quarterback. I think he's the most overpaid quarterback in the NFL to date. Second most. Russell Wilson's the most. I hate everything about the Arizona Cardinals except DeAndre Hopkins. The Seahawks just came off a huge win against the Giants. They're still in first place in the NFC West through the halfway point. Seahawks win here, and then all of a sudden they're in the driver's seat for the NFC West and can make some real noise. I got the Seahawks.
I'm going to go opposite of Jack here. I got the Cardinals. The Cardinals have been really close the past couple weeks. They just haven't been able to close out games, but they've had drives. I think they finally do it this game against the Seahawks.
I got the Seahawks.
I'm going Arizona here. Split the group. 2 for Arizona, 2 for Seahawks. All right. Next game, I believe, is the 4:25 game still. Rams at Bucks. My only reasoning for picking the Buccaneers here is that Tom Brady's last playoff loss was to the Rams, correct? Yeah? Yes, it was to the Rams, and I just think that he remembers that, and he's going to be motivated, and he's divorce is finally final, so he's not dealing with all the paperwork. I'll take the Bucs.
Yeah, speaking of Brady, Jake, I think that's a good pick there. Something I pride myself on, and I don't mean me, I mean ourselves as a group as frenemies. I truly believe we have every report before anybody else. We called Tom Brady's divorce and how he would play months in advance. We had that before anybody. We had that before the lawyers. We knew before the kids. Okay, so we were on top of that. What have I been saying week 1? What have I been saying since week 1 about Sean McVay and the Rams?
Oh, Jackson, I know the answer.
Oh, God. This shit.
I believe you have been saying that Sean McVay is going to retire. I think you did say after this season, and that he is going to be a broadcaster.
I did say that. I did. And just yesterday, breaking news in the NFL from Albert Breer, one of the NFL's best. Sean McVay is going to retire once the core of Stafford, Kupp, Donald, and Ramsey, when that core breaks up. That's only 4 players. And they're all old except for Ramsey. So, once again, Frenemies on it way before anybody else. It's what we do. But getting to the game here, I think this is one of the toughest games in the entire slate to pick because these are 2 straight up bad NFL teams right now. Rams have no run game. Stafford has one of the best completion percentages in the NFL, but he leads the league in picks, consistent turnovers. And then offensively, Brady still got Godwin. Mike Evans can't do a thing. And then Leonard Fournette, he's either going to, rush for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns or 6 yards. So it's a very hard game to pick because there's no trends. There's nothing to follow. I'm going to go Rams. The Buccaneers just lost Shaq Barrett for the season to the Achilles injury. I will be taking the Rams here, but this is, I think, the hardest game of the slate to pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go opposite of Jack. I'm going Buccaneers. It's a coin flip, in my opinion. Both of these teams have the talent, but they've played god awful this year. I think the Bucs pulled out, and honestly, a very ugly game.
Kurt, did you pick?
Give me the Bucks.
There we go. Carter, Jackson is on the island with that pick, but because of the whatever face Jackson just made, that is going to mean you're going to lose because no one deserves to win that game making that face because you're an idiot. Let's move on. Titans Chiefs Sunday Night Football in Kansas City and Arrowhead. I think there's a world where Tennessee wins, just not the world we live in. So I'll be taking the Chiefs.
Very good take, Jacob. The AFC South sucks and the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Thank you, Carter. I also have the Chiefs.
Okay, sweep on the Chiefs. I still think it's a somewhat close game. Ravens Saints final game on Monday night in New Orleans. Both teams coming off wins. I'm going to start here. The Ravens need to be able to run the ball to win games, and the Saints have been susceptible to giving up a lot of yards through the running game. Because of that reason, I will be taking the Ravens. I hope they lose.
Yeah, I will be taking the Ravens as well, but only because my fantasy team has Kenyon Drake in a lot of leagues. So give me the Ravens and Kenyon Drake pops off.
That is a scary sight if Kenyon Drake's a starter.
Oh, no, it's because 99% of my players are on buys this week, which is not ideal.
That's
I'm pretty sure that Andy Dalton is starting this game for the Saints. He sucks on prime time. Give me the Ravens.
I'm going to go Island here. The Saints are coming off a great win. Andy Dalton has looked really good as the Saints quarterback. They're second in the league in scoring with Dalton as the quarterback. And Alvin Kamara just finally woke up, and now the defense is starting to look legit. And the last time, this was a while ago, but the last time I saw Andy Dalton on prime time against the Ravens, I watched him throw a 50-yard touchdown on 4th down to win the game to eliminate Baltimore from the playoffs. I think the Saints win this game. The Superdome, is it the Superdome or Mercedes-Benz? Whatever it is.
The Caesars Superdome.
Yeah, the Superdome. The Superdome in New Orleans is one of the best atmospheres in football. The fans in Louisiana for football, they're nuts. I think it's an extremely loud environment, especially coming off the win in Las Vegas against Las Vegas. I think the crowd's going nuts. I think the Ravens offense struggles. I think they struggle big time against the Saints. I think they score under 24 points. I got the Saints winning this.
okay, there, Jackson on the island. I think for multiple games on the slate. Oh, wait, did we do records? Did I start with records? I'm so sorry. That's on me. I'm an accountability guy. My fault. Let me just quick tell you how last week went, and then we'll end the episode here. Last week, Jack 8-7, Hunter 10-5, Jake 9-6, Carter 12-3. Total records: Hunter is still in first, 73, 49-1. Carter second, 70, 52-1. Jackson in third, 68, 54-1. Jake 62, 60-1. All right, gentlemen, best of luck, everyone except for Jackson, and Hunter. Carter's 6. I'm rooting for him. But then you two, I'm sorry. I just hope you have a bad week. Hunter, you have too many good weeks.
Horrible.
Sorry. All right. Thanks for listening.
Food poisoning.
Jackson and I battled today.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you later.
40-minute soccer game.